Great video starts with smart shooting. Whether using a camera or a mobile phone, mastering 4 visual elements is essential to high-end final output: composition, light, focusing, and sequencing. Let's start with composition, the rule of thirds. Think of your viewfinder as a grid of 3 rows and 3 columns. Viewers' eyes will naturally fall to the intersection points, so give them something interesting to look at. Framing guides the eye. Shapes in the setting can draw the viewer's gaze to the main subject. Framing can also add depth. Framing elements in the foreground and a subject in the background creates visual layers. Framing provides context, giving viewers information about the location or the situation. Filling the entire frame draws attention to a specific element while eliminating distracting backgrounds. Leading lines have the same effect. Light. Front lighting flattens objects and usually feels harsh. Backlighting highlights the form of objects. Side lighting draws attention to shape and texture. Lighting from above and at a 45-degree angle delivers a good mix of shape, depth, and soft texture. Focusing. Work with manual focus on the camera to draw attention to specific objects. A small aperture, low f-stop, reduces the depth of field, leaving only a narrow plane in focus. This helps separate the subject from the background. Using a wide aperture or high f-stop increases the depth of field, keeping more elements in focus. It's often said that you need to know the rules to follow the rules, but by the way, you can also break them. Sometimes ditching the rules delivers the most interesting and dynamic compositions. Let's face it, talking head videos are boring. You may end up using only the audio from your interviews, but shoot it to keep your options open. For interviews, choose the best location, a studio setting or a location that creates context. In either case, try to find a background that is clean, simple, and neutral, but adds a visual layer to the story without being messy. Use the rule of thirds. Have the person's head mostly in a side column, whether right or left. Align their eyes close to the top line of intersection points. The 2 remaining columns create a sense of distance, and the bottom row is free for titles in post-production. If shooting with 2 cameras, be sure that both have a similar framing. Use one to capture a wide shot that provides context. Set the other to focus tightly on the subject's face. How you shoot affects how the end product looks and feels to viewers. Handheld may feel freer, but comes with the risk of having footage that can't be used. A tripod keeps the camera steady and builds skills in composition, framing, and sequencing. Shaky footage will make viewers click away, potentially missing a great story. Consider the following factors when choosing. Which style is best suited to the story, subject, or location? How active is the subject or the story likely to be? How many scenes are needed in the story? And how much time needs to be devoted to each scene? New to shooting? Start with a tripod. A key benefit of a tripod is stability. Once well composed, the frame will stay consistent through the shoot. In post-production, the editor will have more good footage to choose from. In the final product, viewers will not be distracted by unintended camera movement. Fluidity is a key benefit of handheld shooting. The videographer can move more freely, and an active camera creates more dynamic video sequences. Another benefit of handheld shooting is intimacy. The videographer can get closer to the subject, For viewers, this creates a sense of being up close and personal. Ready to go handheld? Practice going off tripod when not shooting for a project. A few tips will optimize fluidity while maintaining stability. Work with gravity. Rest the camera in your focusing hand with your upper arm tucked to your body for stability. Hold the camera against your stomach or prop it on a waist pack. Develop good breathing techniques to minimize your body movement. Walk softly. Remember that any movement will be seen and heard in the video. Wear soft-soled shoes and minimize movement while tracking the subject. Sequencing. Sequencing is vital in both shooting and editing video. When shooting on location, videographers need to shoot with sequencing in mind so that editors can use it in post-production. For action scenes, aim to follow the 4-15 rule. Shoot each action in 4 different ways: wide, medium, close-up, and extreme close-up. Capture at least 15 seconds of each shot. Planning for continuity is critical. Pay attention to the movement and direction of each action. Follow it in the same way across a full 4:15 sequence. Then change your location and shoot another full sequence. Sequencing well in both shooting and editing stages helps construct an engaging, cohesive visual narrative that viewers can easily follow and understand. Now let's talk about adding B-roll. B-roll refers to supporting footage that reflects what the interviewee talks about. In post-production, B-roll allows the video editor to create a visual narrative and smooth transitions. Details bring depth and texture to a story. Always look for visual cues that let viewers learn more about the person. Show how your interviewee does what they describe. What tools do they use? How does the work impact them? Would footage about other aspects of their life make a richer character? About the place. Find a way to show the size. Is the space empty or full of stuff? Is it ordered or chaotic? What is unusual about it? About the action. Is it rapid or slow? Does it require precision? Can one person do it alone, or do they need others? And don't forget action and reaction. Remember, action is only one part of any story. Capture both the action and, in a separate shot, the reaction. If the subject throws an object, show where it lands and how that place or thing is affected. Interactions. If interviewing 2 people at once, focus a camera on each face to capture how they respond to each other. And after all that planning, get creative. For visual variety, experiment with angles and perspectives. Some locations are a visual goldmine. Others are as dull as gray dust. Either way, good videographers come away with interesting visuals. And finally, a word about daily workflow. Learn to organize your content. Create a filing system to indicate what every file contains and where to find it. At the end of every shooting day, download all video and audio files. Backup. Create at least 2 full sets of all content. You might use project name and project name backup. Copy all new material to be stored to both. Store external drives in safe and separate locations. Review and next steps. Once all files are appropriately downloaded, review the material. Listen for audio problems that need to be addressed, and make detailed notes about what needs to be done the next day. Always think of editing while shooting. The combination of good footage and seamless editing prompts viewers to stay with the story, visually, on the audio level, and emotionally.